Once you have iMovie open, you'll click the plus button here, and this will open new movie or trailer, and you'll click movie. When you open this, it'll default to My Movie 1, My Movie 2. You can click this or click the back projects button here and give your movie a title, and I would call it 30-second animation, and just click OK. And you'll see that it shows up here, and then you can always find it within your iMovie application. So just double click that again. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to upload the media that you want to use. What you're seeing here is a media area, the playback area here over on the right, and then the editing window here at the bottom. So we're going to upload the media first. Click the import media button. That will take you to the import window. If you go to this home button, this will give you your desktop and your download. Most likely you have your Photoshop files or exported videos in the downloads window, or it might be in your file that you have on either the documents folder or the desktop folders. Mine happens to be in the download. I have two files here that I want to bring in. So I'm going to click the first one, hold the shift key down and click the second one, and then bring both in at the same time. Next, I'm going to want to bring in my audio file that I made in GarageBand. I'll do the same thing, which is click this kind of upload button here, and it will also bring me back to that same window, and I will have to go and find where I downloaded that to. The track is here on my desktop, so I'm just going to click that and click import. And here you can see it looks like an audio track, and you can actually preview it. First, I'm going to bring in my clips, and to do that, I'm just going to click once, and that gives me the whole clip. If I wanted to select a portion of this clip, I could just take these handles and move them back. But in this case, I want to actually bring the whole clip in, so I'm just going to click it and bring it down here into the editing window. And I'm going to do the same for the second clip, and I'm going to put that right next to it. And you'll see that it gives you kind of a preview of how long those clips are together. Next, I'm going to take my audio clip, and in the same way, I'm just going to bring it below the video clip. There's also, it's very hard to see, but you'll see that there's a little music clip here that you can also drop it into. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to just put this audio clip right there and drop it. Now you can play the whole thing back, but as you can tell, it's very loud. So in order to edit that, there's a straight line here that runs through the audio clip, and you'll see that if I grab that, I can actually make the sound higher or lower, and I think I'm just going to lower that down a little. It still sounds pretty loud, so I'm going to click it here, and I'm going to come over here to the volume button, and I can actually bring that down quite a bit. So let's see if I play it now. Okay, so I've got my music clip, I've got my two video clips, and now if I take my timeline here and I go all the way across, you can see that the sound clip is much bigger than the video clip. So to fix that, I'm just going to bring my playhead here over. So I'm going to come right here to the end, and I'm just going to bring this back. You can slide the slider over, and I can just kind of bring this back to the end here. But I want this to play a little bit while my credits are running, so I'm just going to kind of bring it out to here. So once the video stops, it'll keep going for a little while. Now the next thing I might want to do is I might want to condense all this so I can see things. So over here in the settings button, if I bring that down, you can see that all the clips will appear here, and I can make that bigger or smaller depending on how I slide that slider up and down. The next thing I may want to do is I'm going to affect this sound by fading it in and fading it out. So I'm going to kind of clip over this dot here and I'm going to pull that over, and I'm going to do the same thing over here because I also want it to fade out. So I want it to fade in and fade out. I can also cut this clip anywhere I have the playhead. You see it says split clip. So let's say I wanted my clip to maybe stop here and replay. I can select it and split the clip. Then I can take it, this other one, and I can kind of slide it over to make it fit. And I have also the same fade in, fade out feature here. So now that I have my music figured out and my music fades in and out, I'm going to want to add a title. So I'm going to click this title link up here, and what you'll see here is if you click these different titles, you can kind of see by just pulling it across the screen there what they look like. And you can pick different ones that you want to use. This one might kind of work well. So I'm going to click this and I'm going to bring it down here, and I'm going to pull it in front of my initial clips. If I take my playhead back and I click the space bar, so I'm just going to pull that playhead back. I'm clicking the space bar to start. So now I've got to put something in here, right? So I'm going to type in Tilly takes a walk, right? You can control the color up here in the preview window, and you can change that color to anything that you want. I'm just going to leave it white. And you can also change the font. If you click here, there's other fonts you can use. You can also change the font size here as well, and also we're justified to the right or left. Let's see what this looks like now. I also think that that title is a little too long, so I'm going to grab the edge and I'm going to kind of pull that back a little, and then I'm going to start the playing again. Now I could add in maybe a fade here in the transition. So I might do, let's try a wipe up. I'm going to select this and I'm going to put it right here between the title and the front. These fades can sometimes affect the different clips. So I'm going to try to make this a little shorter. I think I'm going to try 0.5 and see if it lets me do that, and click apply. And I think I'm also going to bring this clip with the fade back to here. So maybe bring it in like that. So let's see what this looks like now, and maybe I need to make this a little longer. Okay, here we go. You can kind of see her walking back here. Now, maybe we want to make a copy of that transition. I'm going to just grab it again and put it in here. Under titles, I can also get this scrolling credits. So I'm going to put that at the end. And one of the nice things about this is you can come in here and edit this. So if we have director, and then you would put your name, right? Because you're the director. And I'm also the illustrator. And I'm also the photographer. Or I could say still images, right? And I'll just use my name over again. Oh, and I was also music. And then I can get rid of these others if I'm not going to use them. And you could write credits, or you could just get rid of that. Now the other thing I could do here is I could try to match the title font, which is right here, so that I have some consistency around the fonts and stuff that I use. Now you can also see how this is very long, so I'm going to bring this back so that it matches where my music fades out. And let's try running through the whole thing again. So I'm going to click here. And there you have it. Once you have your movie complete, go to File, Share, and go to File. When you click that, a box is going to appear. I could also change the name here too to Tilly Takes a Walk. And we're going to click Next. And we're going to navigate over to where your folder is. I'm going to put this on the desktop. And we're going to click Save. You can tell up here on the right-hand side whether or not your movie has exported. There'll be kind of like a little clock that goes here, and you'll start to see it in a few minutes. When it's done, it will tell you that it's complete. And there it is. It's starting. And just wait until the entire circle is filled. And then you'll be able to play back your animation and upload it to the assignment on the Google Classroom.